Greetings for the day. Welcome to another session of Cyber Law and Ethics. My name is Mohammad Rahmat Ali. In today's session, we're going to study about the security risk and pearls for organization. But before we start our today's session, let me revise what are the things that we have studied in the previous session. In the previous session, we studied about the fifth unit about the security issues, about the different security threats for an organization. Also, we have overlooked about the social aspect of an security risk of an organization. In today's session, we're going to jump into the topic, and we're going to see about the security risk and pulse for organization. Now, with reference to the introduction, security risk is the probability of exposure or loss resulting from a cyber attack or data breach on your organization. A better or more encompassing definition is the potential loss or harm related to technical infrastructure, use of technology, or reputation of an organization. Now, cyber security risk is the major issue with reference to the organizations. Now, for every of the organization, there will be a chief security officer. Okay, there will be a chief cyber security officer who will be handling the security aspect of the organization. Note that this is apart from the network one. Like the people who are working on networks are different people, and the people who are working on this cyber attack, cyber risk management, and cyber security are different people. Okay, now in this, the probability of exposure or loss resulting for a cyber attack for the organization is being measured. Now, how it is been measured? It is been measured with reference to the data which is being retrieved and the data which is being reused. For an example, if you have heard, like this bank was hacked for 30 seconds, that bank was hacked for 40 seconds, this particular website was hacked for 30 seconds. What they will do in 30 or 40 seconds? The only thing that they will do is like they will copy all of the credentials of the users and they will reuse those credentials. So for every of the cyber attack, if it is happening on any of the what you call as website or any of the company, the first thing that company will tell you is to change your password. The first and the foremost thing. Why? Because your username and password is with the attacker. At any instance, at any time, they can log in into the system and they can transfer the accounts or the amounts, or they can do any of the things with your account. So this is the reason why for any of the cyber attack that happens, the company people will tell you to change the password at the earliest. Okay, and also they are responsible for what you call as safeguarding the company's data from any of the external attacks from the previous learned data. For example, in the last attack that had happened, in that there was an issue with reference to the firewall. So the next time the company people should look after the firewall at the important or with reference to the priority. Why? Because that can be a weak point for the company and a strong point for the attacker to attack onto that particular system. Further, organizations are becoming more vulnerable to cyber threats due to the increasing reliance on computer networks, program, social media, and data globally. Now, what do you mean by all of these things? See, with reference to any of the organization, whether you take it a social organization, social networking organization, or any of the networking company, or any of the product based company, or any of the service based company, what they are doing, they are providing us some of the details. For an example, let me take an instance of Gmail, Yahoo, Rediffmail. They have their own servers, but still you are able to access the server with reference to username and password. Though that particular mail is not on your system, but still you are able to access that particular mails. How? This has been provided with reference to the service-based products. In this particular thing, the username, password, and every of the data has been available with reference to your email. Now, what this email will be? In the email, you like all of the things will be included, like what are the recent transactions that you have done, which company you belongs to, which type of mail you are receiving, what is there in your spam box, and what you have kept in the draft, and what are the unwritten messages that you have kept in the draft box. All will be analyzed, and based on that particular thing, attacks will be made on individual users. Okay, for some people money doesn't matter, for some people reputation matters, for some people money and reputation both matters. We are going to study about this in the coming slides. As of now, for some people both of the things are important, for some of the people only one thing is important. They are ready to spend money, but their reputation should not go, their reputation should not go. And some are very much specific with reference to the amount. They will think that the amount should not go whether our company reputation is going down, no matter. Okay, now some instance happens this and some instance happen in that way. And also the data is available globally. Now what do you mean by this data is available globally? If at all, if you type your name in Google, and if at all if you search, there are n number of people who are been with reference to same name. If at all if you search your email address, if at all if you search with reference to your username, any of the person from any of the place from the globe can access your information with reference to Instagram, with reference to your Facebook, with reference to any of the social networking websites. Now by seeing your profile, they will come to know which type of person you are. For example, I post a lot of messages with reference to politics, then the hacker will know that I am very much interested in politics. Or else I post a lot of messages with reference to technical things or technology, then the hacker will come to know that I am very much interested in technology and tech type of things. So he will be attacking in that particular way. As data is available online, anybody and from any place can monitor you, attack you, or even can breach your security being yourself. This is a thing that can happen. Now if at all you have observed, if at all if you don't open your Facebook account for a long time, then you will not be able to see your Facebook account, you will not be able to access your Facebook account. Then you need to put down an email message stating that I need to revoke my account, then only you will be able to revoke your account. If at all if you have not opened a Gmail account for a long period of time, 3 months, 4 months, then your email will be deactivated. Why? That's the policy of the company. Why? Because some of the dummy people will be there who will be attacking or using those email IDs from your end, and will be what you call as sending emails to or sending the emails to other people stating that I need money, I'm in need of money, my operation is going on somewhat, this, that. And they will providing me a link. If at all if you click on that link, all of your data on your system will be breached, your gallery, your control panel, your D drive, C drive. It can be an attack also. Okay, now further, data breaches, a common cyber attack, have massive negative business impact and often arises from insufficient protected data. Now further, global connectivity and increased use of cloud services with poor difficult security parameter means the risk of cyber attacks from outside organization is increasing. What could historically be addressed by IT risk management and access control now need to complemented by sophisticated cybersecurity professionals, software, and cybersecurity risk management. This looks somewhat difficult, but it is very simple. There will be a team who will be managing every of the security aspect, and if at all if any of your elder brother or siblings are working in a company, for every of the 3 months or for every of the 2 months, the company people will be sending you a password reset link. At that instance, you need to reset the password at any instance, whether you don't want to change it, but still you need to change it. If at all if you don't change it, your account will not be open. So what you need to do, again you need to change the password, change the thing, then only you will be able to log into the system. Why? This is with reference to the security of your account only. The company doesn't have any of the interest in your personal things, but they are very much interested in the company's data. As you are working in an organization, they are very much worried about the organization but not you. So for that reason only they'll tell you to reset the password for every of the 3 months or 2 months. Further, what are the key risks and threats with reference to an organization? Now, cybersecurity is relevant to all systems that supports an organization's business operations and objectives, as well as compliance with regulation and law. An organization will typically design and implement cybersecurity control across the entity to protect the integrity, confidentiality, and availability of information assets. If at all, if you're talking about cybersecurity, these three terms are very important. The first one is confidentiality, the second one is integrity, and the third one is availability. In short, it has been also called as CIA. These three things are very, very important in cybersecurity. Your confidentiality of the data, your integrity of the data, and your availability of the data when it is being requested. Okay, now these will be at stake if at all any of the organization is getting compromised, or if at all if any of the organization is being breached, these three things will be compromised at first. Now next it says cyber attacks are committed for a variety of reasons, including financial frauds, information theft, activist cause, or to deny services, disrupt critical infrastructure and vital services of government or an organization. If at all somebody is being getting attacked, or somebody is being getting traced on any of the website or any of the things, that particular reason is that they want either your data, either your information, or the information related to you. That's the most important thing. Now these financial attacks or security attacks are for the reason of financial fraud that we commonly know. The second one is with reference to the information theft. Now what do you mean by information theft? Stealing your Aadhaar card data, which has all of your biometrics including your iris scan. Now what happens, like I'll tell you a small example. What happens, somebody has stolen your information or data. If at all my Aadhaar data is being leaked, now with reference to my biometrics, the attacker will search in the different databases my personal biometrics. Wherever it matches, it collects the data. Either he will call me stating that your biometric is related to this company at this place, give me this much amount of money, I'll release all of the things, or else I'll change the biometric, you will not be able to access the particular thing. The first thing. Second thing is like he will transfer all of the information or all of the financial things or all of the things with reference to my account, stating myself from the bank. What the bank will be thinking? The bank will be thinking that it's me who is doing the transaction. But who is actually doing the transaction? The hacker is doing the transaction. This is also one of the type of attack that can happen, or that attacker will sell that particular data to any of the third party. Now that particular third party will use that particular data and they will be calling me, they will be doing XYZ type of things. That's only the reason you will be getting calls from different banks. How they got your number? They got your number from any of the job oriented websites or any of the form that you have filled at any of the place or from on any of the mall. Now while you were filling all of these details, like you're writing a name, phone number and every of the things, these hackers or these particular people will be sending those data to n number of people, also including with reference to your Aadhaar card. If at all, like the Xerox person will say like, sir bhaiya, this Xerox is not clear, I'll do another Xerox for you. what he will do, he'll keep the previous one along with him and he'll give you a new one. The paper that he has kept with him will be reused for his own purpose. You don't know about it, but it can be used. Okay, so this is how it happens. This is how it happens. Now, the next one is with reference to the 6 common type of cyber security risk. The first one is with reference to the nation states. This is totally dependent on the international relation between two countries. If at all the relations are very good among the two countries, then there will not be a problem. If the international relation between those two countries are not that good, then every of the small problem will be enhanced and it will be made as a big problem, and it will be made as if it is a national threat, as if it is a national threat. So this is how it will be. National states or cybersecurity risk, like with reference to the nation states, it's all dependent on the international relation among the two countries. The next one is with reference to the cyber criminals. Now, what are the cyber criminals? The cyber criminals are those criminals who will be doing some of the crime on request of the people, or for the people, or with reference to the people. Now, what do you mean by this? This means that either they will be a white collar hacker, black collar hacker, or gray collar hacker. White collar are those people who work for the people. Okay, black collar hacker are those people who work by the people and with the people, in a sense they work with reference to the police as well as for the people. So this is the difference with reference to the cyber criminals. Now the next one is with reference to the hacktivists. Now what do you mean by this hacktivists? These hacktivists are special group of people who are being trained, designed to destroy the opponent. In terms of campaigning, in terms of making mistakes, in terms of taking off the bugs, in terms of destroying, or what do you call as putting the traffic on that particular website so that no other person can access that particular thing. So those people are called as hacktivists. Then the next one is the reference to the insider and service providers. This you know it commonly, the person who are working in an organization, or the person who is within the organization. If at all he is attacking, then those people are very much dangerous when compared to external attacks. Because we only doesn't know who attacked it. Okay, we need to scan every of the thing. Okay, now the next one is with reference to the developers of substandard products and services, and the last one is with reference to the poor configuration of cloud services. Okay, now this was with reference to today's session. I hope you understood something from today's class. If at all if you have any doubt with reference to today's session, please ping me at ramat_ali2u@theradio.com, or we can have a doubt clarification session in the coming days. Until then, take care and see you in the next class. Thank you for joining.